So Tradescantias, huh? They look
Yeah,
nice.
aren't they pretty?
They are pretty. So we're going to talk about propagating them, right?
We are. So Tradescantias are a fun plant family. They're very, very varied, come in different colors. A lot of them are trailing, a lot of them are creeping. They make pretty pots when they're full like this, and they're so easy to propagate. So, you ready to see how to propagate?
Let's see how
couple
easy
of these
they are.
guys?
Let's see how
Okay,
easy.
let's see.
All right.
Let's see.
All right.
So we have this nice plant here. This one is pale Puma, Tradescantia. This is a hybrid between a couple others. I'm going to show you stem propagation first.
Okay, stem first.
So this is just as easy as I'm going to use my shears.
Okay.
Cut a
just
stem.
cut it. All
Why not? Let's cut another stem. Let's cut another stem over here. They have nodes, like most plants have nodes. That's where the leaves attach. And generally with cuttings, you want 1 or 2 nodes to be below the surface of the soil, and then some of the leaves up above, because the nodes are where the roots are going to come from.
Got it.
So
That's good.
we just stick that guy in.
I would just stick it in, huh?
Just stick it in. Make a little hole for it if you need to. Going to do the same thing for these little guys. Just pulling off those lower leaves. Also stick it in. Stick this one in. And then if you like, you've got a ready to go plant.
It's ready to go.
Right
okay.
there.
How about that?
You could give this to somebody, and even though it doesn't have roots yet, these are so easy. Within a couple weeks, they'll have roots. You would just start watering it like a normal plant. Go ahead, water it well, let the water run through. Tell the person you're gifting it to, water it about once a week.
Once a week. Okay.
If you want it to start out a little more full, let's just take another couple
Oh, so you can really fill it up if you wanted to. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, these are so easy. I like to use them sometimes when I'm making a combination planter, maybe of different house plants, and then I take a few stems of these to put in around the edges, just kind of finish it off, give it a different texture.
So let me ask you, no rooting hormone needed for
No,
this?
these are so easy, you really don't need rooting hormone.
Gotcha.
So that's already a
ready to
nice
go.
looking,
Look at
nice looking full plant.
Okay. I think I can handle that.
Think you can do that?
I think I can do that.
Okay, okay. I'll show you with the little turtle vine here.
Okay.
This little smaller leaf. This one is called the turtle vine or the creeping turtle vine. This one is native to Bolivia. And this one is so easy. So you could also, I'll show you the hard way that people try to do it, and you don't have to do it this way. Like that. You could take a tiny little
Oh,
one,
it's a small piece.
and then a tiny little one.
Oh boy.
And then, right, isn't that tiny?
Oh, it's a small
time
piece.
consuming. Pull off the little leaves, stick it in there.
Oh. Okay.
You could do it that way.
Okay.
I don't. What I like to do, take a big chunk of your plant here.
Oh, so we're just gonna grab it, huh?
Yeah, we're just gonna grab it.
Oh boy.
We're gonna cut right through it. You could pull off the lower leaves, you really don't have to. Just kind of get in there with
Just
your
put 'em in there.
fingers. Yeah, just plant it in there, tuck the soil around. Then you've got a finished plant.
It's finished.
And it will root.
And it will root.
I
Okay.
promise, it really will root. You want to water it in well, it will root.
Okay.
And it'll grow quickly, it'll grow full, it'll grow over the top.
Okay.
Real pretty little plant, super easy to propagate.
Okay. I think I like that easy technique.
Yes,
just grab
very
it and
easy.
cut. Okay.
Very easy.
I can do that.
And then I do have another method to show you
All right,
of
let's
how
see it.
you can propagate these.
All right, let's see it.
Like this, again, so easy.
That was easy. I agree with you on that, Jill.
But if for some reason, I don't know, you want to do something a little different, you can also divide them.
All right.
Even with a great big plant like this.
It's a pretty good size plant. Just slide it out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
just slide it out. Now I'm going to move to my, do you have a soil knife?
I do.
I love this tool.
I love my soil knife.
So I'm just going to
Oh,
saw
wow, look, folks.
down
Okay.
in between it.
Wow, just go right at it, huh?
Do you hear the little screams at home
Yeah, I can hear it.
of people? Not from the plants,
Yeah,
they don't
not-
care,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the gardeners
Yeah,
who are
the gardeners
concerned.
do.
All right, we have 2 halves. So you could take this half, so it's got roots and all
Yeah, I
attached.
see the roots.
Pop it right back in the same container. Fill it in with your potting soil. Kind of pat it down, water it, and That's basically the same size as that one does.
Yeah, it is.
So then you could pot this one in another hanging basket,
Okay.
and you've got two,
Got to.
or even more. Go ahead and
wow.
chop this one up.
She just goes right at it.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Go ahead, chop this one up. That'll give you a nice chunk to also start another hanging basket. Or when you're doing a mixed container, tuck that in with some other stuff, and it's going to be perfectly started to hang down over the side. Just be a pretty plant for you.
Okay. Since I'm looking at the soil, is there a special kind of soil you need?
This is a potting soil.
Okay, so it's potting soil.
And I use we at the garden try to use a kind of high quality potting soil,
Okay.
which is one that's a nice mix of some of the really cheap potting soils that you get are mainly just bark.
Yeah.
Just chopped up bark.
Yeah.
So this is one that also has a blend of sphagnum peat moss
Okay.
and perlite, a little bit of perlite, a little bit of vermiculite. The peat moss is to hold moisture.
Okay.
The perlite and vermiculite are to help moisture flow through.
Got it,
So a little
got
bit
it.
of all that stuff makes for a really good potting soil.
Got it. Good. Thank you for that.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
just in case somebody's wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I get a
Yeah.
lot of questions
Yeah.
about potting soils because they can be kind of hard to
Yeah.
understand. So again,
Oh,
with
boy.
this, so this turtle vine and the regular green turtle vine grow so fast that sometimes they can be kind of hard to manage because they'll outgrow their pot. So this is a great method also.
Oh boy.
Again, I just
All right.
a little squeeze of the pot and
Okay.
just pull it on out. So if your plant seems to be kind of suffering, it's turning brown, you're getting a lot of brown, you just can't seem to keep it watered, pull it out. You can use the soil knife or your hands.
Oh, here we go. All right. Just right through it, huh?
Yeah, just
All
right through it. You don't, with these plants, you don't have to be careful. Pull them right apart,
Just right- yeah,
apart.
Okay.
And then this one is going to be ready to go right back into the same size or into a bigger pot. And you can't even tell that was divided.
No, I mean, you really can. Yeah,
It
you
looks
sure can.
just really looks just as big as it was. And then this is the same. You can also divide this one again.
And just have multiple.
Yeah,
plants
just
in the pot.
just don't be worried. These are tough plants.
Okay.
You can really rip them apart. And they'll be fine.
Like you're doing. I see that.
Yeah.
Okay. I see
And
that.
they're ready to go back into another pot. Fill them in with soil, water them. They're ready to go. This one is pale Puma, Tradescantia. This is a hybrid between a couple others. It's got little fuzzy,
I like those.
fuzzy white hairs on the edge. This varies a little bit depending how much light you have it in. The more sun, the more purple it gets,
Okay.
and the more shade, the more it'll turn into just sort of a green color. It's really pretty either
Yeah,
way.
that's an interesting characteristic.
Yeah, I like it as a houseplant. I also use it in containers outdoors where it can hang down out over the outside of a container.
So when it's outdoors, what about light conditions? I mean,
When
can
it's
it handle-
outdoors, same thing. The more
Same?
light it's in, the
Wow,
more
okay.
purple it is,
Yeah,
the
okay.
more shade it's
So
in.
the same applies,
The more,
okay. Gotcha.
It can take a lot of sun. I've had it in full
I'm
sun
surprised.
outside.
Okay.
It does just great.
Yeah.
And then this one that we're also going to talk about is this is another Tradescantia, a little smaller leaf. This one is called the turtle vine or the creeping turtle vine.
Wow.
And the original turtle vine is green, just a nice shade of green. This is the golden form. So it's bright gold. This had to be on my wish list for a year or so
Okay.
until I found a place that had it in stock and I was able to get it. And I've been really pleased with how fast it grows. That's one thing I like about all the Tradescantias. They tend to grow pretty quickly. I wouldn't put it in full sun.
Okay.
It's probably going to burn a little bit in full sun. The more shade it has, the more glorious yellow it's going to get. It turns into a really pretty yellow gold plant in shade.